Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. We're a week away from Lightfall, and almost 2 weeks ago, Bungie released a State of the Game article about all the changes coming in the next year. Before we talk about specifically changes coming to weapon crafting, I want to let everyone know there's a link in the description to this article if you're interested in reading about all of the other changes they plan to make. So, in the weapon crafting section, Bungie says, while we love having some sources of deterministic perks, we found that the route to getting the weapons you want to craft can be too random, and at the same time, we also believe that weapon crafting being a part of so many of our weapon chases has diminished the joy of simply getting a great perk roll as a drop. So here's what you can expect to change with weapon crafting in the year of Lightfall. They want to create independent chases for both crafted and non-crafted weapons starting in Lightfall. The fewer of the weapons will be craftable, and more of our weapons with long-term sources will get value from random perk rolls. To allow non-crafted weapons to stand toe-to-toe with crafted weapons in Lightfall, more and more of our non-crafted weapons, and they plan to start this with the raid adepts this year, will have the ability to be enhanced. Enhancing allows your dropped weapons to start leveling up, use mementos, and gain access to both enhanced perks and enhanced intrinsic properties, but only the enhanced versions of the perks and masterwork that are already on the version of the weapon you're enhancing. So, basically, as they add new weapons into the game, starting in Lightfall, or starting with the new raid adepts this year, you're going to be able to, like, say you get a god roll of a weapon. You're going to be able to use something in the game that they're adding to the game to say, like, I want to level this weapon up. You're going to be able to level this weapon up just like you would your crafted weapon, and then put the enhanced versions of the perks that rolled on the weapon. You'll be able to apply the enhanced versions of those perks to the weapon, but you cannot change the roll. They said they're targeting to roll this out initially with the Lightfall raid adepts at the launch of Season of the Deep. Long term, we want to expand this functionality to more of our new non-crafted weapon drops, but there are some technical hurdles we need to solve first. So this sounds like they're not going to go back and add it to any older weapons before this year. So like, if you have a god roll funnel web, you're not going to be able to go back and like level up your funnel web, or say you want to level your funnel web and like put the enhanced versions of, the roll that you have on it. It's just going to be with new weapons they're adding. So that's the change they're making to non-crafted weapons, which sounds insane. Being able to level up a non-crafted weapon and put enhanced versions on there. I think it's a good change, though. It's something that's needed because there are so many craftable weapons in the game right now, and the enhanced versions of like the rolls that you can put on there are so good that not too many people are like farming for a specific weapon that isn't craftable anymore. They're just looking for those specific patterns and then leveling those up, and that's like the only thing that they use. So I think this is a really good change. And then there's two changes coming for craftable weapons. You'll never see a deep sight on a weapon unless it's something you need to make pattern progress on. When you see a red border in game, you'll know it's valuable. So this is really big because, like newer players, they see weapon drops with red borders and they think like, oh yeah, like I can unlock a pattern for this weapon. There are so many weapons in the game right now that drop with red borders that aren't even craftable. So it's confusing. And then also a weapon that you already have the pattern unlocked for that you've already crafted and using, that weapon will still drop with red borders. So it looks like they're going to take both of those out with this one change. And so now whenever you do get a red border on a weapon, you're going to know like this weapon is craftable, and two, I don't have the pattern unlocked for this weapon. Like I need this red border. I need to attune this weapon, or I need to dismantle it for pattern progress. And then also in Season of the Deep, and this is probably the biggest change right here. Like this is a massive change. They're going to be adding a mechanism to activate deep sight on any craftable weapon that you don't have the pattern for. So if you run an activity that's dropping, the new seasonal weapons that are craftable, and you get a weapon like a new SMG or something like that, and it didn't drop with a red border on it, you're going to be able to use something that they're adding to the game to give that weapon a red border, and then either attune it or dismantle it for crafting materials and for pattern progress on that. And that is just a massive change. There's going to be less weapons to craft starting in Lightfall. And with less weapons to craft, and then being able to apply red borders specifically to weapons that you need patterns for to unlock them faster, and then only getting red borders on weapons that you still need progress for, I think is just gonna really speed up the process for unlocking those weapons, which is going to allow you to craft them sooner, which is going to allow you to start leveling them faster, and then be able to craft that god roll that you need and be able to use them faster in-game content. All these changes are coming on top of at the end of this last season with the new weapons. There were better perks unlocked already at level 1. People complained about, like, literally the two worst perks that you could put on the gun are the only things that I can put on the gun at level 1 when I crafted initially. So, like, I don't even want to use the gun. It takes forever to level it up, like, and it's a bad roll. I don't even want to use it. So with that change, plus with these changes that are coming this next year, like, um craftable weapons are just going to get even better, and then also with the change coming to non-crafted weapons, those weapons are going to get even better, and there's going to be a reason to chase after both of those. But that's it for the video. Like I said, we're only going to cover weapon crafting. These are 3 huge changes that are coming to the way we craft weapons and the way we chase after god rolls of non-crafted weapons. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the weapon changes. I want to thank you guys again for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.